George Soros has so far given $3 million to an effort to flip Texas to the Democrat column. This is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State, the Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Happy Tuesday. Thanks for spending part of your day here with the Texas Minute. Left-wing protests to protect illegal aliens are popping up around the Lone Star State. More on those coming up. The United States Supreme Court has sided with a coalition of states, including Texas, in dismissing a lawsuit filed by Mexico aimed at American firearms companies. Back in 2021, Mexico sued a number of U.S. firearms companies, claiming they were responsible, in part, for the criminal use of their products by the Mexican cartels. Attorneys general in states across the country quickly began picking sides. A number of blue state prosecutorial teams came to Mexico's defense, while red states like Texas sided with the gun manufacturers. The Supreme Court justices unanimously decided last week that the case should be dismissed. A summer class at Texas A&M is using a textbook that promotes the leftist narrative that President Donald Trump is a criminal. The textbook in question is the 11th edition of Keeping the Republic by Christine Barber and Gerald Wright. It's required reading in American National Government, a political science course at Texas A&M being offered during the current summer semester, which runs through July 4th. A Democrat-aligned political group backed by billionaire George Soros is once again setting its sights on Texas, aiming to flip the reliably red state with a new multi-million-dollar campaign. Finance records show that Soros gave $2.1 million to the Texas Majority PAC in 2024 and another $1 million this April. The entity is partnering with the Texas Democratic Party and several county parties to organize volunteers, recruit candidates, and boost voter turnout ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. As reported yesterday by the Wall Street Journal, the move marks the latest in a long line of efforts by Democrats to make inroads in Texas, a state Republicans have dominated for decades. Despite shifting demographics and repeated national predictions of a blue wave, Democrats haven't won a single statewide race in Texas since 1994. Past efforts like Battleground Texas have largely failed, and Republicans, seemingly despite themselves sometimes, have continued to control every statewide office. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
By now, you've no doubt seen the violent images coming out of California as left-wing protest mobs are destroying property and threatening lives. While such extreme physical violence hasn't yet come to Texas, some are pushing for it. For example, hundreds of demonstrators flooded Houston streets on Sunday in a show of support for illegal aliens. Last night, there were protests in Dallas and Austin. The Austin protest was organized by the Party for Socialism and Liberation. It featured activists brandishing Mexican, Palestinian, and LGBT flags while demanding the abolition of the U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement Agency. In Houston, the rhetoric was far from peaceful. Revolutionary communists, democratic socialists, and other left-wing groups called for revolution and for the removal of President Donald Trump. In Austin, a couple hundred protesters marched from the Capitol to the J.J. Pickle Federal Building, where protesters defaced the entrance with obscene graffiti. More protests are being organized nationwide for this coming Saturday, June 14th. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Luca Cacciatore, Robert Montoya, Brandon Waltons, Joseph Trimmer, and Adam Kahn. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.